Hey guys, welcome to Propel Tutoring. Today we're going to focus on adding and subtracting fractions. I think it's a crucial topic, very resourceful, very applicable to real life. When it comes to measuring items in your kitchen, it's in fractions, like teaspoons or your measuring cup. When it comes to drive-in, when you're getting closer to your exit and you see, oh, it's half a mile away or 3/4 of a mile, fractions are all over. We use it on our day-to-day, so it's just a good topic to understand because it builds on different topics later on in math. And I have a lot of students that I know in middle, high, and even college that still struggle with these fundamental topics in adding and subtracting fractions. So hopefully today's session here, we'll be able to clarify and kind of make things a little bit more sensible to you, and that makes more sense. So let's dive in. So the good news with adding and subtracting fractions is that there's 3 easy steps. So the first thing you want to do is find a common denominator. Once you find a common denominator, then you want to add or subtract the numerator. And then once you do that, then you want to simplify. So let's dive in. So the first example I'll give with a common denominator. So let's see. So let's say we had 1/2 being added to 3/2. Well, how do we go about that? Well, let's see. So what you'd want to do here is go back and let's reference our 3 steps. So the first step talks about having a common denominator. Well, I see right off the bat that they already do have a denominator. And remember, the denominator is the number below the line in a fraction. So this is your denominator. So right off the bat, I see that they have a common denominator, which is 2. So I'll draw a line. I'll put the 2. Right? That's your common denominator. And then step 2 says to add or subtract a numerator. Well, in this situation, we're being told to add. So I'll do 1 plus 3. Together, that gives me 4/2. And step 3 says to simplify if you can, right? So we see that we have 4/2. Well, that can be simplified. There's a number that divides both 4 and 2, which is 2. So divide the top and bottom by 2, and that gives me 2/1, which is the same thing as 2. So that would be how you would go about adding those 2 fractions. Okay, let's try another example. Let's say you had 5/6 plus 11/6. One is a regular fraction, the other is a mixed fraction, or an improper fraction, I'm sorry. So we see right off the bat here that they have the same denominator. So we'll follow suit like we did before. 6, 5 plus 11. Together, that gives me 16/6. Is there a number that can simplify both 16 and 6? In other words, is there a common number that divides both 16 and 6 without leaving a remainder? Well, let's see. Let's try it with 2. Yeah, 2 divides both 16 and 6 without leaving a remainder. 16 divided by 2 is 8, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Is there a number that divides both 8 and 3 without leaving a remainder? There is not. Therefore, this would be my final answer. Okay, let's try another example. Maybe this time with subtraction. Okay, here we go. Common denominator. Put my denominator there. I have 8 minus 2 as my numerator. That gives me 6/13. Can this be simplified? Is there a number that divides both 6 and 13? No, there is not. Therefore, your answer is done. 6/13.